Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's been a while since I posted a new video, almost a year. And reason being is my shop is now a garage officially. So the leasing office decided that you have to park your car in the garage and in the driveway. So I have two cars, and that's where they go. I used to park in the guest spot, which left the driveway for the car, and then I could have the garage for my shop. But today I have a little time to go ahead and move the car out of the garage. We're going to introduce you to a bike that was sent to me by a fellow YouTuber. He's got a great channel. His name is John from Faulkner's Fixes All. It's a great channel, you should check it out. I'll put a link on the bottom so you can check out some of the stuff he does. So I've been watching his channel for a while and it's really interesting. You guys should check it out. He's got a lot of really cool old Schwinns and all kinds of other bikes. I think he has over 100 bikes, and he's a great mechanic, and he takes awesome rides around his roads. My favorite is when he goes to the burn pile, so it's pretty cool, guys. Check it out. And this right here is the video that he actually posted when he let me know that he wanted to give me this bike or donate it to my channel, and I thought that was pretty cool and a big honor. So thanks a lot, John.
It's been in the basement for a while. It's one of those projects, you just think you're gonna get to. I got too many projects. I just now finished my silly work truck that's been sitting almost a year. But this project, I'm never gonna get to. And we're gonna kick it down the line. We're gonna pass the torch off to another YouTuber. That 70s vintage Schwinn channel. Anyway, I'm gonna have him look at this video, and if he wants this, I'm going to ship it to him for absolutely free.
Well, that was definitely generous. I do appreciate it, John. Thank you so much. And I'll do my best to make this bike look like it did when it came out of the Schwinn factory. So let's get started. All right, so let's go ahead and get it out. Yeah, that was really nice for him to donate this bike to my channel. I already took out all the paper that was in there, but he had this thing packed like Fort Knox. So I'm gonna take it out right now. So we can go ahead and, or when I looked at the head tube, that's where the serial number goes to Superiors, to go right in the front of it. Usually Schwinns have them to the side, but on these they had them right there on the front. And see, there's no sign of it at all. So I'm gonna try to strip that paint off. I don't want to sand it because then I might actually sand down the serial number further. So let's go ahead and get to that. All right, so here it is. Took all the foam out. Yeah, he packed it really, really well. Superior frame. You can tell by the fillet brazing on these joints. So this bike appears to possibly be sky blue. In 1977, Schwinn offered these in 4 colors, including sky blue, black, lime, like the one I have inside, and then also flamingo, which is a really cool iridescent translucent pink over silver. And the sky blue actually replaced that color. So I was thinking this bike was going to be like a late year serial number. Can't see it yet. Hopefully it's underneath that paint. But yeah, he did a really nice job in protecting his dropout by putting that right there, and then keeps it from getting damaged, so that's cool. But the frame appears to be in really good shape. He pointed this out on his video. That cable thing right there is a little chewed up, but it should be okay. The cable will still go in there and go through it, so I'm not gonna touch it, otherwise you might snap it off. And then you can see that's where the down tube shifters go. And I believe all that's in the box, including, this is the crankset. I'll take that out here in a second. So I'm thinking I'm gonna paint this bike more than likely the sky blue, because I already have a green one. The flamingo is really hard to do, and it's black. It's cool, but I want it to be the way it looked, and I can see a little bit of the blue right there. See? So I believe that's the color it used to be. So I'm gonna bring it back to what it was. Let's go ahead and get the paint remover out. All right, so I checked my can of stripper, and it was dry as a bone, so I went to Home Depot and bought this one. I'm gonna try it. It's got no harsh fumes, which is a good thing, and it's a little bit cheaper as well. So it saved a little bit, enough to get the gloves and the little plastic spatula. So again, I'm just gonna put a little bit on it, just to get that bottom of the head tube scraped off and see if I can see a serial number. All right, well that should do it. Just a little coat right at the bottom there. So I use just a paper plate real quick just to get a little bit on there. And it says that this stuff actually will stay wet for quite a while, so you can just leave it there and get through several coats of paint. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get some other stuff done, and I'll come back to it and wipe it off and see what it looks like. So it's been about a half hour and it's starting to impact the paint a little bit. So I'm gonna give it another few minutes, and then I'm gonna see if I can start scraping it. I can see it curling up right there. So I'm not sure if this stuff is as good as this stripper. This stuff I used before on stripping several bikes, and it definitely works, but it does have that very potent smell to it. So we'll see how that works out. So about another 15 minutes, and check that out. That bubbled up big time, so that actually was really good. I think I'll be able to just take that spatula and just scrape it right off. All right, so those appears to be maybe the original color. It looks more aqua-ish instead of the sky blue, but I think I can see a serial number starting to show right there. See it? Awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and get this off right now. All right, so it's been about another half hour. I'm gonna go ahead and wipe that off now. I should be able to see metal and hopefully that serial number. All right, there it is. You can see it right there. All right, well, I took some pictures to get a better look. And the first two characters are BN and then 868 and then some other numbers, I think with a 5. So I was able to focus in and get that number. So that makes this bike of February of 1977. All right, well, now I'm gonna go ahead and just probably spray paint that so there's no bare metal. And then I need to go on a search now for fork and the wheels and handlebar. So if anybody out there has any of that stuff, let me know. But I'm gonna go on a hunt. I do have I'll show you the other stuff here in a second. I'll pull it out, the crank set and some other items, including I think the brakes are included too. But let me get that stuff put right here. So all the parts that came with the bike as well. So let's take a close look. So first thing I want to check out is the badge. So it is the original Chicago badge. And check it out, it does have a code on it. I can't make out if it's 747 or I could almost see a 1 in front of that, see that? But it looks a little off center. So if it's 747, that means that this bike was finished on March 15th, 1977. That's a production date. If it's 1747, then it would have been June 23rd, 1977, the final production date. So it looks like the frame was in February and then they finished it somewhere in June or March. So again, this is the original GT 295 derailleur. I've actually replaced one of these before in my other Superior. And all I replaced was the cage, because these will clean up real nice. So I'll be able to find another one of these, and that'll be cool. It's got the original Hewitt down tube shifters. So those are pretty cool. And then it's also got the original Nervar 3-piece crank. That's alloy, so that'll clean up real nice. There's the other arm. And then that's the original bottom bracket as well. It's also Nervar. But it does have the fixed cup and the other bearing cup as well, so we're good to go. So the bottom bracket and crank set is complete. And seat clamp, those are kind of hard to find in the right size. And this is cool. So this one came with the Weinmann brake levers without the dual position safety levers. So this is pretty cool because Diacomp made the exact same looking parts for Schwinn with a gold dot or red dot. And the Weinmanns are, you know, I think they're kind of cooler. They were on the Paramounts. And then that tells me that more than likely these are also Weinmann instead of the Diacomp. So these are the gold label, Schwinn approved labels. So that's pretty cool. These will clean up beautifully. I think those bolts might clean up. If not, I think I might have replacements for them. And of course, I would put my red Schwinn brake pads on them. I can replace those little cables as well. And then it's got the coil stem, the original one. And that's also alloy, so that can clean up really nice. So these are all parts that would be hard to find, so I'm glad that's all there. And then we'll go ahead and start looking for the others. All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and put this away. You got a lot of parts to look for. And I've done this many times before, so shouldn't be no problem. I do have a lot of stuff already that I showed you, including the crank and the brakes and, you know, the quilt stem and the brakes. But I still need to find the wheel set, which is probably the hardest. I can probably find something from a different bike that's similar to it, like the Sports Tour or the Super Sport. And then I'll need the seat post as well as the saddle, a chain, and then also the freewheel if it doesn't come with the wheels, and decals. I already got my eye on a set of decals that come with the whole kit, including the down tube, the top tube one, this Olympic stripes that go there. And then I want to keep the original badge, but I have one that's in really good condition that will look great on this head tube. So we'll see how that goes. But lots of parts to find. Stay tuned as I find them. I want to make short videos. So this will be like a video series of this project as it develops. So hopefully you guys will stay tuned. And again, it's going to be a long one. And I do want to thank John once again for donating the bike to my channel. Again, go check out his channel. See the link below. Is Faulkner Fixes All. He's got a lot of really cool stuff. He loves Schwinns. He loves older bikes as well. And works on all kinds of stuff. So check it out. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. And we'll see you next time.